today I turn 20 years old. That is pretty impressive if you ask me. To be able to be here, standing here after 2 whole decades, I'd have to say is quite the accomplishment. And I feel as though I am now qualified to give some life advice for anyone between the ages of 14 to 20. And if this helps you, or if this relates to you, or if you feel connected to anything that I'm going to say, make sure to leave a like, subscribe. So now I hope I've given you enough time to grab your popcorn and get comfortable in your seat, because we're gonna go for a walk and just gonna talk about life for a little bit. Does that sound all right? All right, let's go. All right then. So the very first piece of advice that I want to give, and I want to get this one out of the way because it's the one that, isn't the lightest of hearts, which is this expression that we have in Portuguese, os deveres antes dos desejos, which basically translates to your needs before your wants. Over the past few years, if I had respected my work life as much as I enjoyed my personal life and my free time and what I wanted to do, maybe I wouldn't have had to finish school 3 months later than all of my colleagues. So it's about maintaining a good balance between your work life and your personal life. If you can work as much as you can play, Alright, so the next piece of advice I have for you is, if you're unsure about something, it doesn't cost anything just to get a second opinion. And this is also related to, not being afraid to ask for help, but because that's so overused, I thought I might change it up a little bit. So if you're unsure about something, it doesn't cost anything to get someone's second opinion on it. When I first went to the UK and I couldn't find a job for the first 2 weeks, I got a call from my auntie telling me that there was a job opportunity to go work for a month in the Alps in Switzerland. And I would have made the same amount of money, but I was really unsure of it. So I ended up contacting my dad and my mom and 2 more friends to really get everyone's opinions on what I should do. And I'm so glad that I decided to stay in England, because if I hadn't, I doubt I would have experienced the amount of fun I had in the UK. I was this close, by the way. I was this close to booking that flight to Switzerland. But yeah. It doesn't hurt to ask for help. In fact, it is greatly appreciated. And I'm sure the people you ask will be more than willing to help you with whatever it is you need help with. All right. Alright, so before we go on about life advice, I just want to say this is quite the lovely spot I found here. I know there's literally a park right next to me, but regardless, see on the trunk in nature? Right, so my third piece of advice for you is to get a job. One of the things I loved about working in the working life was the fact that I got to understand more about how society works and how money works, and learn more about how people live in London. And it gives you a lot of general life experience, in the sense that you become very independent, allows you to get money for yourself. Having a job is just so much fun. Behind the the long hours and the annoying customers and whatever it is that your job makes you have to do, it is some of the most fun you will have. And I can write that on my heart by saying that having a job is some of the most fun you'll ever have. All right, next location. It's so windy up here, flippin' heck, man. First off, if you made it to this far in the video, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. As you can see, I'm trying to put in more and more effort into these videos because I actually do want to try and turn YouTube less into a thing I have to do and more into a thing of I want to do it, I enjoy doing it. So, my fourth piece of advice for you, sometimes it's nice not to be nice. What do I mean by this? Let's say that you and your friends are out drinking and one of your mates has gotten to a state of drunkenness that you deem unsafe. So you decide to take away his drink. Now, everyone else might look at you and think, why are you doing that? You can't control his life. And him himself might disagree with you. While in the moment, things may seem unorganized or unfavored in your favor, it is definitely a decision that will be appreciated later in the night or later in the morning. This is more of a in-person kind of piece of advice, but I'm here to tell you and explain it to you. Nice spot to film, but it definitely is windy. So let's go somewhere else, somewhere a bit more quiet, so I can give you the last piece of advice in this video. And finally, the very last piece of advice that I can give to kids, teenagers, and even young adults, and it's something that I always live by. Don't care what other people think about you, and just do what you want to do with your life. Because remember, it's your life, not anyone else's. And if you choose to make YouTube videos, or if you choose to take a different course and move schools from the school that you have all your friends in, don't let people judge you for that. It's not worth it. And at the end of the day, if you're happy, that's all that matters. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like and subscribe down below. It doesn't cost you anything. And by the time you're watching this video, I should be in Japan. So it's pretty crazy. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care. Peace.